Welcome, Kumus, to another World of Warcraft guide. You're here with Kuma. Well, not really a guide, but just something I wanted to make sure that everyone knows. I've decided to pick up enchanting on my main and drop leatherworking, and I was sort of thinking it might be something that you guys should consider, especially on your main, or if you're leveling an alt that you actually play a lot or something like that. There's a few reasons for this. One, while you're leveling in WoW Legion, you will be able to disenchant all the blues, all the epics that you get in LFR, dungeons, as well as random drops. And you could sell the materials on the AH for an exorbitant amount of gold because everyone's going to be wanting to enchant their items for raiding and PvP and all this sort of stuff. So there's going to be a huge demand for these materials, especially early on. And another thing, enchanting is one of those weird professions where you can buy a lot of greens and materials from the vendor, say for 6 silver, and you can sell them for up to 6 gold, or, you know, sell these for 21 gold. It's literally insane. I picked it up not even a week ago, and it's sort of making a lot of money. The only thing I was making on leatherworking so far was on these leg armors, and I'm gonna put leatherworking on one of my alts is gonna make the leg armors anyway, because I don't actually want to be farming skinning and getting all the materials and all those sorts of things. So I'm not actually making BOE items. I just sort of like to play my toon a lot. So I want to be able to disenchant the items and not lose gold by vendoring these items. And another cool thing is you can get this rugged upgrades, which increases the chance for your quest rewards to get a rare or epic bonus upgrade from non-repeatable quests, which really does help. It's the equivalent of the war mill in Warlords of Draenor. So I'm going to be disenchanting just about everything I get in WoW Legion, but before I do that, I'm sort of saving up all the blues and greens that are soulbound. I'm not disenchanting them yet because my enchanting is not up to scratch yet, and I've slowly sort of been getting it up by doing these Temporal Crystal daily quests. I'm sort of getting 10 levels a day, but another good way to get them up is actually just making Tome of Illusions, because you'll get multiple levels and you can actually make some money off them at the same time. So you don't actually have to spend enchanting mats just to level your enchanting where you're losing money. You can actually make money while you're leveling enchanting, doing something like the Tome of Illusions. And if this is your main where you're actually getting enchanting, it makes it very handy because your main probably has a lot of reputations that are exalted, especially old world reputations. I mean, Mist of Pandaria, Cataclysm, Wrath of the Lich King, BC, Vanilla, and whatnot. And a lot of these Tomes of Illusions, you have to get revered or even exalted with the reputations in order to buy them. So if you're doing it on an alt, you're going to have to grind them. But if you're doing it on a main, it's a lot quicker because you've probably already got the reputation you need. And it also sort of opens many doors to actually farming for Transmog as well, because I haven't been farming for Transmog on my Hunter because I don't have enchanting. And one of my favorite places where I am going to farm is going to be Karazhan, because Karazhan actually has 3 separate illusions which you can get. One of them is Sunfire, which is, as you can imagine, it's a red glow. Soulfrost is the next one, which is just a glowing ice. And then you've also got the Mongoose, which is the lightning, the crackling lightning, which everyone really likes. So I'm going to be farming Karazhan, where you can get the mount from the first boss, which I already have, so I'm not going to bother with it. You can get a lot of greens, which with you when you disenchant, the Arcane Dust usually sells for quite a bit. And I could potentially get 3 of these illusion enchants. And of course, I've got all the Transmog and all the good stuff. So I'm going to be leveling my enchanting very quickly. I'm going to be making Tome of Illusions as soon as I get that pattern, and I'm going to be making a lot of money from it. And at the same time, I'm going to be making a lot of money questing in Legion, because this is my main toon. I am going to use it to do pretty much all the quests in Legion because I need to do them in order to get my flying mount. And while I'm doing them, I want to sort of maximize the gold that I'm getting, because I don't really want to be going around and paying people for enchants. I want to be able to do them myself, and I also at the same time want to be able to sell all these mats or all these enchants and make some gold from it. So I don't have to go around farming. I don't have to go around playing the AH. I can actually make more than enough gold just by playing the game itself the way I want to play it. So it's something I think you guys should really consider, especially for your main. I didn't drop my jewel crafting just because dropping my jewel crafting would mean that I would lose a lot of the patterns which I had to actually farm reputation for and whatnot. It's insane. And another cool thing I like to do with enchanting is I actually go and buy greens from vendors and then disenchant them. So I could sort of, let's see if I can find any greens here. Inscription supplies. That's not going to help me. Ink. That's not going to help me. I want to see if I can find a green. What I usually do is I just buy a green from a vendor and then I disenchant it and then I just stick it on the AH for a lot more gold. It's insane. It's insane. Okay, let's see if there's any green. Come on, show me a green. Come on, you gotta have armor somewhere here. I know you've got armor. Where's the armor? Where's the armor? Show me the armor. Come on. Mining. Okay, you guys suck. You know what? I'm going to go to a familiar place. I'm going to go back to Orgrimmar because there is a vendor that's always next to the AH where I always buy the greens. And I did that not too long ago. I bought the greens there for, I think, 60 silver. I disenchanted them. I pop them on the AH for like 16 gold each. So you could do those silly things every single time you go to your enchant trainer, which I'm going to be doing. I unfortunately won't have time to farm Karazhan now because the server is going to be shut down. They said it's only going to be a 1 hour shutdown, but you can't always believe Blizzard because sometimes they encounter errors and the server's down for longer periods of time, but they say it's going to be, you know, 6 minutes, under an hour. So I just popped to these vendors. Okay, it's gone. I already bought it. But you sort of buy greens and you disenchant. I don't want to make BOE items. I know I can make hundreds of thousands of gold like I did back in Kata and early stages of MOP, but there's too many people doing it these days, and I would much rather make gold by playing the game rather than have to sort of play the AH or farm or buy items, because I'm not really having as much fun as I used to playing the AH just because I got all the gold that I really need, and I want to maximize the efficiency of which I get gold. So I want to maximize the gold I get while playing the game so I could focus on playing the game rather than playing the AH, because no one really wants to sit all day on the AH just to make gold. It's kind of boring, but if you can make a crap ton of gold just by playing the game itself, that's a lot better. But I've luckily enough stockpiled a lot of mats from back in the day because I always stockpile. So as soon as I do get the Tomes of Illusion, I'm going to be able to make plenty of them. And of course, you're going to make plenty of gold on them. You might not make a profit if you're buying the materials from the AH because everyone in the AH knows how much the materials are worth and they're trying to get money. I mean, if they're selling you the materials that they've disenchanted, they'd rather make the Tome of Illusion themselves than sell you the materials to make them. So sometimes the materials will actually cost more than the Tome of Illusion itself. A good example of this is the Tome of Illusion Draenor. If we change it to the item value is 1,799 gold, and it's telling me I need 20 temporal crystals. Well, temporal crystals selling for 40 gold, and I'm selling plenty of them for 40 gold. So that's 800 gold worth of temporal crystals right there. And then the Savage Blood is worth 40. It's actually worth 50 gold each. So that's another 750 gold. That's very close to the item value, and people are sort of undercutting every day. This was down to 1.4k the other day, so you wouldn't really make a profit on it. The crafting cost would have been too high, and that's because that's the AH price. But if you're sort of getting the temporal crystals yourself from the garrison like I am, you're going to have a surplus of temporal crystals. I mean, I've got 1.7k on this toon, and this is just from the past 2-3 days. I've gotten close to 100 on each of my alts because they all have the enchanting hub sitting on the sitting in their garrison, and they're able to get this. So I can just pop into Karazhan like I am now. I don't know why I'm doing this, but the server's gonna shut down and I wanted to get my chance at getting the mongoose. So I highly recommend you consider getting enchanting. It's one of those professions that's gonna enable you to make gold while you're playing, because I know a lot of people don't have a lot of time to play WoW, but if your playstyle itself can generate you gold passively, and I say passively because you're disenchanting soulbound items which you would otherwise vendor, you're kind of winning. Whereas you have to be a little more active with crafting professions like jewel crafting, because you have to prospect, blacksmithing, leatherworking. You have to be a lot more active. And to be honest, I'm a little lazy for that. I am going to be doing that, but I'm a little lazy at the moment because I'm playing a lot of different games and I really want to level. So I would much rather do it this way. So yeah, that's something you guys should consider. Hopefully, wow, that was easy. What did I get? No greens? It's bullshit. Okay, we got a few greens. Okay, I want to see if I get my mongoose. But yeah, Moros is where you get the mongoose. Did I get it? Did I get it? Did I get it? Nah, I got the original mongoose. Son of a bitch. Well, that one's pretty rare for back in the day, but I wanted the illusion. But you get it from Moros here. And if you want to get the other enchant, you have to go to Shade of Varan. He gets you the Sunfire illusion. and you go to Ilhoof to get the Soul Frost. So you essentially get 3 of them from Karazhan, which is pretty cool. And Karazhan is always good for disenchanting, because a lot of the materials from Karazhan, which is the arcane dust, usually sell for a lot. They're always in high demand on my server, so I'm always disenchanting them. So that's what I'm doing. Do I actually have the level required? 275. I don't have it. So I'm going to save these up. I mean, I've ended them for 6 gold and I get around 18 gold for disenchanting it. So I'm sort of going to keep these just to disenchant them. And even with the epics here, I'm going to disenchant them. So I'm going to save all these up. I've got enchanting now on 3 of my toons, and I'm considering picking it up on other toons, but I'm not going to, just because I don't really play them a lot. But my other toons typically have another crafting profession. My blacksmith is my paladin, so she was sort of my main ult, but my other sort of ult is my DK, who's enchanting and skinning. So that's a little bit more active, so you can skin, because I will need leather to get my leather working up, and I don't want to pay people. And I've got other toons with mining and skinning. But the thing that I have is I now have 3 tailors, because I really want to make gold from the Hexweave bags, which is selling close to 2,000 gold now. So I need to get more tailors to get my supply of Hexweave bags up, because I've sort of sold my stockpile of 100 bags, which I've showed you guys in a previous video. So I really need to make more. And so I got 3 tailors now, but unfortunately that's not enough. I might pick up a 4th, and it's really simple, because all I need, you don't even need a level 100 tailor in order to make these bags. You pick up tailoring, and at level 1 you can start making the Hexweave cloth, and you get 5 of those secrets of Warlords of Draenor tailoring in order to make the Hexweave bags. So you can make the Hexweave bag very quickly with tailoring. You don't even have to do much. I'm just gonna pop outside. So, but yeah, consider getting enchanting. Consider also getting tailoring. That's what I did for the Hexweave bags. I did it a lot earlier, so I already made a lot of bank on my investment. I probably made over 500,000 gold from it. But it is continuing to make me gold, and I think it's going to continue making gold for at least a few months, because everyone's going to want those big bags, and no one's going to pay hundreds of thousands of gold for a, what is it, a 32 slot bag? They would rather pay 2,000 gold for a 30 slot bag, so that's awesome. Definitely consider getting enchanting. I sort of did this halfway through leveling. I'm actually filming my leveling experience for WoW Legion. I'm really enjoying it, so you guys should probably check that out if you're interested. I talk a lot of smack. I talk about sort of everything, because I haven't played alpha, or I haven't even played beta for WoW Legion, so everything I do for the first time. I read all the quest logs. I'm really into the story now, which is really cool. The Warlords of Draenor story is not that bad. I'm actually enjoying it quite a bit, so be sure to check that out. I know this isn't a guide, but I really wanted to get you guys out at least some sort of tip that is gold related while I'm leveling. I didn't want to let you guys down. So thanks for watching. Be sure to give me a like if you enjoy this video. Likes essentially tell me that you like this type of video and you want me to make more like them. So if you leave a like, I know that you like this. If you leave a dislike, I know that you dislike this. If you don't leave a like or leave a comment, I don't really know what your reaction to it is. I sort of assume that you did not really care or didn't really watch it enough to sort of for it to be valuable. So if you do like a video, any of my videos, be sure to leave a like. If for whatever reason you dislike it, that's fine too, but I would much prefer if you leave me a comment telling me why you don't like it. Like, you can say something like, this video is useless, or this video is old, or, you know, the sound quality was bad, or the video quality was bad, because I really want to improve with every single video that I make. And by giving me feedback and telling me what you guys think, you help me do this. Because at the end of the day, these videos are there to help you guys and to help hopefully spread knowledge and awareness of certain things. And by all means, hit me up in the comment section if you thought of something that I did not, or even if I said something that's wrong, hit me up in the comments, because this is not about me tooting my own horn. It's about me trying to spread ideas that come to my head, or certain strategies that I have in World of Warcraft, to you guys, because that's what it's all about. It's a community where we all try to benefit each other. So let's do that by working together as a community. So let's keep in touch, yeah? Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Ninja Kuma out. Bye!